Hello everyone from Chelsea Fan TV. We are outside Old Trafford and today we've lost 2-1 against Man United, and I'm here with Don. Listen Don, we were sat next to each other for this one, mate. Both feeling pretty positive, to be fair. You know, it's a good time to play United, but we still couldn't get the job done. We couldn't even get a point, mate.
Like I told you before the game, there's a hyena in this Old Trafford place, yeah? We're cursed, and that hyena has got a curse on Chelsea Football Club, bro, right? Everyone kept saying to me this week, surely you beat them, surely you beat them. I said, bro, every time we come to Old Trafford, something mad happens, right? 2 seasons ago, it was Poch playing Colwell at left back with fucking Sterling in front of him and fucking Cucurella right back, right? Last season, it was everyone smelling like shit and Caicedo the only person turning up. This time round, it's Sanchez within 5 minutes of the game, right? Within 5 minutes of the game, doing something so stupid, bro, right? In a situation like that, I would rather you try and save the shot from Mbeumo. If he scores, we move. You're 5 minutes into the game, bro. There's still more than enough time to come back, right? Against Man United, bro, if you watch this team at Old Trafford, 10-15 minutes, they're usually on top of the other team. But then they revert to type. They revert to the same old bullshit that they know, right? We did not ride that wave well, bruv. And we're dying. Look, we're not riding the wave well right now. The umbrella's not riding the wave properly right now. We did not ride that wave properly, bro. Yeah? We failed. There were so many errors in that first few minutes of the game, bro. The crossing, the defending for the crossing, bro. The defending for the first goal, right? The defending for the fucking second goal. It was an absolute shambles, bro. Absolute shambles from the players to Maresca. The in-game management today I thought was poor. I thought he basically threw in the towel straight away, bro. When I saw that he took off Esteval and fucking Neto straight away, I knew he was trying to play for a draw, right? I would have rather you take off just one of them, bro. But I saw Neto come off as well. I couldn't believe what I was watching, bro. But I'm not even surprised because I've seen bad United teams. This is another bad United team, and we still couldn't get the job done. There's something here. There's a curse here, bro. There's a curse here, blood. That's the only explanation of this shit.
I mean, you say it's a bad United team, but no matter how bad they are, we still can't seem to get anything when we come here.
We can't seem to get anything, Alex. And what's really frustrating for me is because the second half, I thought with 10v10, when Casemiro came off, you saw, I saw what the game would have looked like with 11v11, right? How that second half was how I expected the game to go, how I predicted the game to go. Because look at their midfield, bro. Our midfield should be dominating that midfield. But as soon as we get a man sent off and you're now playing a 5-2-2, it's a shambles. Our players had no idea what to do, bro. I'm looking at Caicedo in there in the first half, struggling. Andre Santos came on, struggling. Enzo Fernandez, struggling. Every single player today in that first half was struggling because United could smell blood. And the reason they could smell blood was because they realized that the whole team is freestyling, bro. The whole team is freestyling, right? We only started to play. You see what I'm saying? We only started to play better, right? When it was 10v10. And that's where my frustration comes from because I honestly feel like we would have won today, bro. I predicted 3-1 today, but you get a man sent off within 5 minutes, your goalkeeper as well. That changes the whole game plan of the game. That changes the whole game plan, Alex.
That's the thing, though. So when we look at the game plan, obviously Maresca set up in a certain way. We didn't even get a chance to see how that would go.
Exactly.
Because Sanchez got sent off so early.
100%. That's what I'm saying, bro. The second half was like a little insight of how the game could have potentially gone when it's 10v10. But by then, bro, it's a little bit too late. You know what I'm saying, bro? It's a little bit too late by then, bro. You know? I'm so disappointed right now, man, because obviously we saw the loss against Bayern Munich the other day. Mentally, it's peak. It's actually peak right now, bro. Trust me, my phone's buzzing off right now, right? We saw the mentality against Bayern Munich. We weren't good enough mentally, bro. Today again, we were not good enough mentally, man. Not good enough.
So do you put this more down to the mental aspect or the tactical aspect? Because I know you've obviously spoken about Maresca as well.
Bro, I think both. Like I said, I don't think he should have taken off that many attackers. I think that absolutely killed the game.
He did it very quickly as well.
He did it so quickly, bro. João Pedro today, bro, this guy deserves to be on the winning side. He tried and tried and tried, bro, chasing down the ball. But ultimately, we had like...
And he won't be winning anymore.
See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Look at these guys, bro. Look at these bozos. These bozos, look at them. Look what's going on, right? These men are shit, bro. They're so shit, and we made them look like Barcelona, bro. You know what I mean? João Pedro, poor João Pedro, because that first half, he was the only outlet that we had. But we had 0 shots, bro. We had 1 shot off target from Cucurella. Yeah? The second half, bro, I feel like if we had a little bit more time, we could have potentially come back into the game. But overall, it just wasn't good enough. It was not good enough, bro. Across the whole board, it was a shit performance, bro. I'm not happy with that, man. Better second half, but it's a shit result. It's not good enough, man.
Talk to me about the defence. You know, we had a lot of question marks after Bayern Munich. You know, obviously conceding from 3 mistakes. Talk to me about the goals today. Let's start with Man United.
Bro, listen, for the first goal, I need to watch it back, yeah? But what I could see, because it was very clear from where we were sitting, broski, Chalobah for the header. I don't know what timing that was for the ball going over his head. Shocking, right? But like I've said already, Sanchez, just let him score in that situation, bro. Let him score or try save it, bro. You know what I mean? It was shocking. But again, we weren't good enough in the box, even for the second goal. Like, the officiating was poor today. But for the second goal, come on, man. Everyone's letting the ball just go up in the air. Everyone's just looking at it. Everyone's feeling sorry for themselves. Pick yourselves up, for God's sake. You're playing for fucking Chelsea, bro. You know what I mean?
You think the goalkeeper needs to take more responsibility for that as well, Jorgensen?
Bro, of course he does. Of course he does. But all of them were rattled at that point. All of them were absolutely rattled at that point. You know what I mean? All we had to do was just see the game out for 10, 15 minutes at the beginning, and I promise you, we would have grown into the game, right? United always do this, bro. The first 10, 15 minutes, they get on top of teams. Then they go back, they resort to tight, bro. You know what I'm saying?
So if we would have rode that wave, as you said, you would have felt much more confident that we would have won this game.
More confident I would have won the game, bro. Yeah. You know, more confident.
Even with 10 men against 11, would you have still felt that way?
Broski, listen, second half, like I said, 10v10, I felt more confident that we're going to come back. You know what I mean? Like, and we had an opportunity at the end of the game as well. Santos should be doing better for that shot. Yeah, he kind of scuffed it. You know what I mean? It's just not good enough, man. It's not good enough.
I remember you said just before half-time, the only way we've got any way back into this game is if Casemiro gets sent off, and he got sent off.
Exactly,
We thought it was hilarious. But,
exactly.
You know, on a serious note, come on then, let's do something with it.
This is what I'm saying, bro. This is what I'm saying, right? The way the game was going, we were giving, you know, they were going wide. We were just letting them go wide. They kept crossing in the ball, and every single cross that was going in was actually looking dangerous today, bro. You know what I mean? It's hard for me to overly cook the players because of how quickly that mistake happened with Sanchez. If it happens like 70 minutes into the game, you've still got like a little bit of time to just hold out a little bit. But 5 minutes into the game, bro, it makes everything so hard. But Maresca made it even harder for the players, bro. He made it so hard for João Pedro.
What do you think his thinking was there? Because he was obviously, he didn't want any width. That's why he took off our wide players. He wanted midfielders, players in the middle.
I think he wanted to basically leave with a draw, at least. I think that's what he was going for. Try and nick it on the break and basically shot off shot, right? We were defensive in the second half. We played 5 defenders, bro. But like I said to you in there, these guys are not used to the system that we're playing in the first half. They were improvising, they were freestyling, bro. And United could kill that. I'm seeing Bruno, every time he's getting the ball, one touch to Mbuemo on the right, to fucking, who's playing on the right? Mazwari on the right. He was having a field day today. A field day today in that first half. I'm embarrassed, bro, because these man, they've got, you know they're above us right now, innit? They've got above us.
I don't think I want to look at the table after that.
It's been a poor week. Poor week to be a Chelsea fan.
I mean, 3 games now where we haven't managed to get anything from it.
Yeah.
See, Brentford bottled the lead, Bayern Munich, causing our own downfall. And then today again, a loss against one of the worst Man United sides, if not the worst in modern history.
Broski, this manager has a worse record than Graham Potter. And we all know how bad Graham Potter was. I never thought I'd see another manager come to a top 6 team and have a worse record than Graham Potter, bro. He's managed to do that, right? That's his first win in God knows how long, bro. You know what I'm saying? They won against Burnley, but broski, it just stinks. It just stinks. Honestly, it just stinks. It just stinks, man. I'm kind of speechless right now. I'm just kind of speechless right now. I'm rattled.
Palmer looked really pissed off, but I think he's injured now. So, I mean, not really much you could say about that. But again, like when you're taking off Neto, all these other players as well, like it's difficult. I mean, I understand what Maresca was thinking in that sense. Like, I agree with you. He wanted a draw, but then you could see the second goal and you say, we've got to make some changes. And we improved when they went down to 10.
Yeah.
But I said this to you when we were down to 10 and they had 11.
Yeah.
I thought we could have still got a goal back because they still looked really, really poor.
They're not a good team. They're honestly not a good team. Even Bayern Munich the other day, they've got Kane, they've got Olise, they've got world-class players. Cool, fair enough. But we made them look better than what they are. right? Because we kept breaking down our attacks. Today, we weren't even really creating nothing for Pedro. When did you see Pedro have a clear one-on-one chance, bro? Nothing. I'm seeing Tyree George coming on again before Gio up top. What's going on with that as well? Tyree George is actually ahead of Gio up top, bro. Yeah? I like Tyreek on the left. And last season I said play him up top because we had no striker. We've got a striker right now, bro. Yeah? This is the type of game where you need someone like a Gil who's just going to press man. Press man, bro. That's what we needed, a little bit more in energy, just something to try and rattle them and take these guys off their game. Because the game was a mess. You know what I mean? The game was a fucking mess. Not good enough, man. Not good enough, bro.
No, and you've got to stay here overnight as well. We decided to stay overnight thinking we'd have a good result, so enjoy the evening as much as you can, I guess.
Bro, let's get drunk, man. Let's just get drunk.
That's all you can do.
Let's get drunk, bro.
Hey, good to see you, brother.
Good to see you, man.